in my background.
I know. I should have did the same. But, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, let's do it one time for the one time. Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
You are now tuned into the illest and dopest podcast in the world. We got them gemstones for your mental, knowledge for your temple, putting you up on game so you can stay in your lane. LNG, the last nice guys. You already know the vibes. When we here, so we're gonna get lit. So y'all got the intro. As you know, of course, it is me, Freaky Steve, aka Sexy Friends, aka Wavy Boy Smith, and I am of course joined for momentarily by one of my two illustrious co-hosts, co-stars, however you want to call it. The philosopher, aka Hitch, aka Heavy T, aka the overweight lover. What's goody, brother?
Yo, what's good, man? Yo, it's good to be back in the studio.
Yes.
You got a lot of hand movements today, man.
I know.
You
know
You're just ready to clap. You ready to clap. I got you.
I'm seeing myself and I'm seeing the NY, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like I feel real hand clappy right now. Real hand moving right now.
I'm repping the white
6.
Toronto, yeah, repping the 6.
Repping 6. Coming off a white. What you been up to, man? We've been gone for a minute, brother.
Yeah, man. I had to go through some physical therapy, man. Some rehab on my back, man.
Yes.
Don't ask no questions. I'm good. All right.
Don't ask no questions. Okay, so
I'm good.
You don't want the fans to inquire as to what's going on. I feel you.
Man, I'm good. I'm good. I'm back. You know what I'm saying? We're making it happen.
Right. That's what's up, bro.
Down for a minute. You know, some tough times all around, not just for me physically, but emotionally, everything that's been going on. How you been holding up, man?
Maintaining, I guess.
What is it? Okay, all right, I got a question. Real quick.
Go ahead.
So, what does a single bachelor do during COVID? No, I don't mean that. I mean, like, literally, what do you do?
I mean,
because you live in vicariously for a lot of people right now, man.
Bro, okay, so here's what it is. Like, for me, at my age, I don't be like. For me, at my age, I'm not trying to. If you think I got shorties running in and out of the crib, I'm not doing that. Because I don't trust people right now. I don't know what you got.
Well, I mean, hopefully you're not having anybody running in and out of the crib, period.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, if this was 4 years ago, it might be different, bro.
Right, but we talking about COVID, man. So I'm telling you,
so
what's life like, man?
COVID freaky. It's playing video games. Of course, I telework from home, so
Okay.
8:30 to 4:30 every day.
Look at you trying to be smart, trying to cover yourself like your boss watching this episode.
I hope to God they don't. I really hope to God they not. Yeah, so you have that, and then it's pretty much whatever else comes. Of course, the gym is back open, so
right.
I'm in the gym, but I'm not in the gym as much as heavy as and as hard as I used to be because it's not spending 2 hours in there, especially because people don't know how to social distance right now. People in there,
I got you.
Masks off, dapping and hugging. I'm like, no, not right now. Let's wait till I got a vaccine before we can do all that. Just from across the gym. And I've been doing a lot of reading. So I've been reading this again.
All right, that's what's up.
And I've been reading this again. I don't know if y'all can see this. Under the Affluence by Tim Wise.
Yeah.
And then I spent a lot of money on books. So Nike has been having a year of trash releases, so I haven't bought a lot of sneakers, but I bought a lot of books for some of my sneaker budget. So
that's what's up. Look at you.
2.
Look at that. I thought you were a nice alley. Look at me.
3.
Very good book.
And I've been had this book, but I got to read it again. The Black Presidency. And I got some I got like $50 worth of books coming next week. So
Look at you! Look at you being pro-black, man.
Oh, I've been. What you mean? Oh, and this is what
Steve, man.
I'm trying to finish right now. Begin Again: The Works of Baldwin by Eddie Glaude Jr. I don't know if you ever seen him on MSNBC, but I'm a political buff, so I unfortunately spend a lot of my time watching that and getting pissed off at the state of the world. But yeah, that's what I've been up to. What is the? I mean, I could guesstimate what a married man.
Yeah. You forgot one thing too.
What's up?
And that's Chef Steve.
Oh,
Chef Steve, man.
I'm just messing around in the kitchen, man. Like,
I mean, you got to cook now. At this point, you got to cook.
Yeah. Because I think a lot of people thought that this is gonna be wavy, like staying in the crib and order delivery.
Right.
I was tired of delivery somewhere around March 30th, 31st, something like that. Like after we had been in 2 weeks, I was like, nah, because it's the same thing, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's the experience of eating it in the crib is not the same as eating it outside. You know what I mean? So
that's what, yeah.
I kind of had to.
Literally, figuratively, or just.
Also, had bro, I'm single. Like, you know what I mean? You got to step your game up.
Right.
Ain't no better time to step your game up than when circumstances force you to. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, like, when.
So are you ready now to be able to invite somebody over for like a full meal? Like, you feel like you could put that together for a young lady?
Oh, I felt that.
I'm just trying to see. Yeah.
For a minute, I've just gotten better at it.
All right. But you put something out there, man.
You know me. Put
out an offer, man. Offer something to somebody.
Part of my issue is I don't like people in my space. So that's the part that we have to reconcile in order to do
right.
That. So yeah,
I got you, man. Well, for a married man, I mean, I'm sure it's different for a lot of people. Some things I can say, some things I can't say, but working. Yeah, keeping my anxiety down, keeping my stress levels down by any means necessary. Some exercise, not as much because, like I told you, I was down. I've been down for a minute, but we'll get back into it. And then I started investing a lot, man. Looking, probably not the best time to start looking into it, but just looking at the stocks, looking at how things are going in the economy, trying to make sure I save a little bit of money. Because if this continues for a long time, we don't know what the future's gonna hold. You know what I mean? So, trying to make the best of it.
I don't want to think.
And spending time with the family, man.
Yeah. I feel you.
And then when everybody goes to sleep, video games.
Okay. All right. That's what's up.
Yes, sir.
Of course. Now that you caught up on us. Of course, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Of course, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at TheLastNiceGuys. The Last Nice Guys on Instagram.
Right there.
Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and sign up for notifications on TheLastNice and sign up for notifications on @THE. Sorry, my fault. Feedback. The Last Nice Guys podcast on YouTube. Like, share, subscribe, hit that like button. You know what I mean? Get our subscriber count up. And hit that bell so you can get notifications for all of the content we put out. There's a lot of content.
Yeah.
A lot of content coming. A lot of content coming from me. A lot of content coming from the philosopher. Instagram Cam is definitely going. Killer Cam is definitely going to bless you with a lot too. So y'all got to stay locked in. All right.
Any shout outs? You got a shout out today, man?
I don't have a shout out.
Shout out?
Website's coming soon. All right. So stay on the lookout for that because we will bless you with that as well. And there will be merch.
You gonna dance with the Marvin Gaye merch? Look at you.
You know what I'm saying? Like merch, so you can let the world know that
yeah, it's gonna be dope.
Fan of The Last Night.
I mean, you saw the stickers, right?
Yeah. Oh no! It's the beginning.
I mean, people seen the stickers, right? All right. Shout out to new artists, man.
Exactly. Shout out to new artists. They can only imagine what's coming.
Yeah.
So let's get right into it.
Let's do it.
Philosopher, bro, what's the dumbest thing you've seen this week, man?
Oh man, this week.
And it's a lot. Listen, the way 20 stories. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think I don't know if this is the dumbest I've seen this week. Has just been for me more just scary seeing what's going on in the world. So some of the scariest dumbest things I've seen. People pulling guns on people. Like, if that's what we've gotten to now, we got a problem, man. Like, just regular citizens, just everyday people. And Karen getting scared. That was hilarious. Acting like she was scared after attacking and coming for people. I don't know what's going on in the world, man. It's crazy.
Sheesh. We're gonna get into that a little later when we get to our main topic. For me, the dumbest thing I've seen this week, I had something lined up, and then last night happened. 2020 has been blessing us with a lot of stuff. I don't know if it's good or bad. A lot of it looks bad. A lot of it looks reckless. You know what I mean? I remember us talking on this very podcast a few months ago. Like, I thought losing Bean was going to be the story of the year.
Right.
Like, so Kanye, as in Kanye Titter, for those of you who know about Kanye from 04, 03, 04, the Louis Vuitton Don.
You don't have to. I promise you don't have to give him every name. I promise.
This dumbass says he's running for president. Now, listen. If this was old Kanye, I'd be inclined to hear what he has to say. Now, I don't think I would take him seriously politically, but I'd be inclined. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd at least be willing to hear what the brother has to say. The Kanye West of 2020, not so much. And what bothers me most about him declaring his candidacy for the presidency of the United States is that, to be quite honest, I think a lot of us engage in celebrity worship, which is terrible. And I think what that started to do is it started to dumb down the process that we use to govern our civil liberties and our human rights.
Right.
And I think what's very
evident,
very scary, is that we already seen how bad it can get with one, and I don't think we need to read it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
With one being
Agent Orange.
Okay. Cool.
Dumbass number 45. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think that's disturbing. Like, I mean, because remember back at like a year ago, people was asking The Rock if he was going to run. Right? Now, excellent movie star. I personally think one of the 5 greatest wrestlers of all time. But a president? No. Like,
right.
I don't see it there. You know what I'm saying? I don't want him making executive decisions with North Korea or Iran. Like, no.
You talking about The Rock or
The Rock. That's somebody that I have a certain amount of respect for. You feel me? And if I don't want The Rock doing that, I damn sure don't want Kanye West. What is he going to do? Like, seriously, what is he going to do?
Nothing.
A Yeezy Summit? Come on, man. Like, that's dumb as shit.
He might be able to spit. Something. I don't know.
To who?
Listen, we on the same page, brother.
It's like, yeah, but I'm saying, like, they treat it like a joke, and that's what bothers me. That's what.
Well, it's possibly more just a distraction, man, to take away votes from other running candidates, man.
Well,
which gives Trump a better chance at. Right.
Well, you already know I was there. Like, I felt like the whole reason why he announced he's running, is because the news came out yesterday that Trump's approval and odds of getting elected are at an all-time historic low. And next thing you know,
you're trying to sneak in there. Like, let me see if I can get in there real quick.
And that's also crazy because Kanye, while he is ineligible to be on the ballot in a lot of states,
right,
is still eligible for a lot of the swing states.
Yeah.
That
take away votes.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, if you think about all these people a lot of people are going to vote solidly Republican. You know what I'm saying? Unless there's a segment of Republican population who is going to break away from Trump, which is a possibility.
So then maybe it's not the dumbest thing you've heard all.
You're right. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. I'm not worried about. I'm worried about us. I'm not worried about Republicans. I'm worried about those of us who, like I said, engage in that hero worship to the point that, you know what I'm saying, they would look at it as like, yo, oh, you know what? Yeezy's running for president. I should support it.
Right. Okay. And take away the votes from others, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You're not worried that he would become president.
No, God, no. That shit ain't going.
Okay.
Come on, like,
okay.
Listen. America is not going to be ready for a black president until I'm ready to run for office, and that ain't going to be for another maybe 25 years. So
another 25 years before you're ready to run for office.
Yes, but we talk about that later.
For off. Okay.
No, not for office, for that office. But we'll talk about that. Right.
Later. Okay. That's what I got you.
Yeah. But yeah, that was the dumbest thing. That was the dumbest thing I heard this week.
Yeah.
Kanye running for president, and he don't have nothing that he's running on. He don't have nothing to say. He's just like, I don't want to call it a minstrel show because that's offensive. But
well, you don't know yet, so let's just wait. Cause we don't know yet.
Cause see,
we really don't know.
That's offensive to us, but the way he acting, it kind of feels like he's doing like a shucking job for real. But you know, let's.
I mean, lately, it's not like he's been acting any type of way lately.
Yeah.
Lately, he's been in his spiritual bag, man.
And still supporting Trump, but I digress.
Listen, I don't know. I don't keep up with Kanye at all.
I feel you because I don't even. So, you know, it's actually my sister. She was like, did you see this? And I was like, no, what are you talking about? And she was like, oh my gosh, Kanye.
She put you on.
Yes, I was like, Jesus. But yeah, that was the dumbest thing I heard this week. So real quick before we get to our main subject, our main topic. Sorry, what am I talking about? Main subject. We have brought back the segment called "Ask a Nice Guy." Right.
Nice.
Now, you did mention the dumbest thing we've seen this week. It was in the topic of Ask a Nice Guy. So, we about to ask that question. Oh, wait a minute. And it's perfect. Perfect timing.
Ding, 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 ding,
right
ding, ding, ding.
Ask a Nice Guy. Guess who shows up?
Hey.
What up?
Hey.
What's happening?
Yes, sir.
What is the point? What is the point? I don't even get it at this point. Under your nose, open. What's the point?
The nostrils ain't open, Jack. The nostrils is down. We still protected, baby.
What's good, bro?
What's going on with y'all?
Man, we out here chilling, man, having a good time.
Hello.
Man.
You came in on perfect timing, my guy. So we were just about to ask a nice guy, and we didn't list it in the dumbest things we've seen this week. But we just about to ask the last nice guys, and the question we got from our guest, which we are going to put in this chat, is: was August Alsina wrong for having a whole sit down with Angela Yee about his so-called relationship with Jada Pinkett Smith?
Absolutely. 1000%.
Philosopher.
No.
No.
No. I can't say he was wrong, man. You know what? Listen. If we're gonna talk, we're gonna have to be honest.
Listen, that's what we're here for. Let's talk about it.
And Poem can do some things. Can really bring out some emotions out of some dudes. You know very well that can happen. Man. If you can't get through to your lady the way you need to, you better find a way, man. That's what he did. He found a way.
Bro, but like I'm with Cam on this. Like a sit down is unnecessary. Like we had a whole like heart to heart with you know what I'm saying?
The question is, would I do it? Would you do it? But yo, I mean, these are young kids, man. I mean, for me, the bigger question is this reversed um, sexual abuse?
Reverse sexual abuse, bro. What?
So apparently, he came from a real like troubled family, and they caught themselves. Will and Jada caught themselves being his like godparents, man. That was Jada's friend.
This
Oh
is true.
no.
So
Yeah, she hit him with the pimp game, bro.
yeah, she did. Then she clamped down on him, and
Yeah,
y'all over here mad because he said he done lived a good life. If this is the end for him, he done lived a good life because of Jada, bro. So yeah, he absolutely had to do that. He had
So,
to go sing, man.
well, it sounds like this question. It sounds like this question. The next question I was going to ask has been answered because it sounds like both of y'all believe him off top.
Yeah,
bro, it
you
was
can't.
right there written.
Yeah, come on, man. You can't. Even if it
That's
wasn't
why I'm
written,
acting. That's why
dudes
I'm
don't.
shocked. Everybody is so like, oh my god, this happened. Like you seen it.
Dudes don't. Come on, man. We don't play with those type of things, man. We are not the ones that play like that. Dudes don't do that. There are a lot more situations like Dave Chappelle and Oprah than we realize.
They should. Oh, okay. You're right. You're right. You're right. Damn. All right. So, do you think then that open relationships like this situation can actually work? But like for me, this is what I was thinking. I was thinking like, yo, like if you're in a situation like that, like we need non-disclosure agreements. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck, man.
Like we need to like have those conversations about like, yo, can you do this? Can you do that? Like, no snitching, no talking to Angela Yee. You know what I'm saying? It was basically like a red table talk.
I think I'll be honest with you. By the time it got to that point, you could imagine already the months, the all the other conversations that have either not happened that has gotten to that point. So I'm almost certain everything behind the carpet, behind the mask, everything behind there was already going on. Him trying to figure it out, him
Yeah,
trying to make it
grits.
happen. To me, I was like, he was like, look, if y'all not going blah blah blah, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna let the world know. We just don't know the background. We might find out the background, but we don't know the background. But come on, nobody don't just come out like that. I don't know nobody just come out like that at all.
Uh,
You think it was planned, or you think it was like you think he just felt like
I think
just
it's like a love
slipping the game?
form. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I agree.
Like you've been holding it in for so long, like you want to
Right? Yeah,
extra love. You know what I mean? And the person is like, chill, yo, like chill, like like I'm gonna leave my wife. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Except for that, there
like
was never a plan of her
exactly.
leaving Will.
He's just building up so much in he's just like so and he also has music. So it was beneficial for him to put some music out and keep this. And of
Right.
course, they was gonna ask him about that, and here
I'm
it
sure he
was.
gave them. I'm sure he gave them an opportunity. Like, look, we either can clear the air or he gonna clear it out. It's like you gotta be careful who you mess with, man. You gotta be
I,
careful who you mess with.
okay, so this
Ken,
could
where you at?
this could this could visit me further. Oh, he's being
Huh?
good. He's being
Where you
good.
at?
I'm down. What's it? Miss Shirley's down Baltimore.
Nice, man. Shouts out, yo.
Oh, you up this way, brother?
Food looking good, man.
No, it tastes better.
Tastes better. That's what's up, yo.
Man.
What was I saying? So yeah, what this also confirmed to me is that Jada also put it on Tupac.
Man, that's a reach, but I don't
That's a reach.
I don't disagree. I'm just saying it's a reach because people have been looking for that for how many years, man. I agree with you, by the way. I just think that that's a reach to pull from that.
But it just confirmed to me that happened. Like, if you ever watch the episode in a different world,
it
looking
confirmed
at
to
each
me.
other
Got you.
like they was acting. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, that wasn't just acting. That was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you listen, fellas, I'm a dry snitch on us. As much as we try, when we feel it, shorty, it comes out in all of the ways. Like, it comes out how you act to the dudes around her. You know what I'm saying? It comes out when the two of y'all are interacting. Like, it just like it's. That's why it's depressing.
What does it look like? Like, what do you mean it comes out? Like, what does it look like for you when you like a shorty?
For me,
Yeah.
I'm a little bit more aggressive with the company she keeps. I'm not gonna hold you.
What you mean?
I'm not gonna hold you. Like that little jealousy thing, yeah. Like I'm not gonna lie.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? When I'm feeling you and you know we link in public or whatever, you got your friends, and this is your friend. You know what I'm saying? I don't really care that you're your friend for the last 15 years. You know what I'm saying? Like I hear that, but I feel different. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that kind of energy. So
All right.
I don't know. But yeah. Well, it looked like we all live. Well, except for the you know the moment where philosopher said that he agreed with August having to sit down. I don't know if I would have did all that. So,
Ken, what do you like when you like a shorty? Like,
What you mean?
like how you look like?
I don't look like that.
Steve, I got you, but how you look?
I don't look like I'm about to have no sit down. Your man went outside. That's all I gotta say. Your man went outside. Like certain things you can keep to yourself. I mean, his artistic expression should have been the music.
Yeah,
right.
real.
Like him having the whole sit down to promote new music, speaking on that. I think it was a publicity grab. I mean, it's just wrong timing.
Okay.
Like I'm not like I said, I'm not mad at him for doing it, but I don't agree with it. Because like you said, he was involved with that person rather than just being like a sexual thing. Like he had emotional ties to it, but at the same time, you knew what you was getting into. Like you can't sign the NBA contract and then be mad you gotta go to practice, or you get cut or get traded from that team. Like you knew what you signed up for. You seen it.
Come on, man. You gonna start talking about practice?
You talking about practice?
Practice?
NBA comes back at the end of the month too, so
terrible idea. But we'll talk about that maybe that's another ask a nice guy.
We'll talk about that next week.
You sure? Because we can address it. I want to know what y'all think about Kyrie's point of view and you know other people's point of view, man, about starting the NBA back up. As a nice guy, especially as a nice black guy, what do you think?
Personally,
yeah.
Personally, I don't think they should do it right now.
No,
not just for the COVID, but because like everything that's popped off since then, like it's. I personally think it's time that black people show a different type of force, and that made me not entertaining people. Like I get that people really want to win this ring and they want to win this championship. You know what I'm saying? And they want to, you know, it's their job. It's their way of escape. You know what I mean? It's the game that they live their whole life. You know what I'm saying? But I don't feel like right now is the time, yo. Like, and what's also happening now is the NBA and all these other sports leagues are being forced to truncate their seasons. So, like, for me, I'm not one who believes in rushing. I'm like, yo, if if it's going to take away from our experience in any way, shape, or form, like let's let it go, and take this time to plan for the next go round.
Okay, Cam, what's your thought, man? What's your take?
Yeah, I think they should hold off on it right now.
All right.
Just due to everything that's going on, like socially and everything wise, I don't think. I mean, I can understand how they can show protest and everything about that, like doing like the honoring of the jersey names and the moments of silence before they start the games and stuff like that. But I don't think that holds enough weight as far as what we as the black community trying to accomplish. So yeah, I think they should hold off on that for right now.
So
Like
and
the same way.
I mean, initially, of course. Oh man, I mean, I am not. You also have to know I'm not against segregation. So you gotta be mindful of that too. And when I say that, I mean it in a strength based way. I don't mean that in a you'll keep everybody away. I mean like I believe in building up, having things of our own. And so there's two things that are at place. These are also jobs, and these players they take care of not just like their own family, but they also like remember they got family members, they got communities, they got people that also are dependent on those funds. Now, I'm not saying that they shouldn't be able to grow and develop and branch off like LeBron did and be able to start making money in other ways. But some players in the NBA don't have that notoriety. Literally, if the NBA is made up of what, like 300 players or something like that, only 25 of them are making like those big, exorbitant amounts of money. So I can also understand the other point of view that's like, look, the same way everybody else, lost their jobs, we ain't getting paid either, and we have to provide as well. Um, while there should be insurances and things put in place, so trust me, I'm not. I wish that stuff was in place. And outside of that, what we need a league for? If they want to do something, go start their own league right now. I bet you that let's go change the world that way.
All right. Well, they are getting paid, but they only get paid 50% of their salary. So I get.
Yeah, but if you sign for the minimum, and if you sign for 300,000, and you're not, trust me, you're not really. Once you pay everybody, remember that. So once you pay everybody, and you're already only paying them 50% of the 50% that you got, yeah, man, you got lawyers, you got agents, you got finance managers, you got family, bro. It's not just as simple as here's some of it. My budget, your budget ain't based on some of your money.
I know. No.
And you're right. People are getting furloughed. NBA players who get furloughed, I'm not against it. I'm just saying that's a real tough decision to call, man. But I agree. Somebody said they should wait. I think they should, or they should actually create their own league.
Ice Cube started that with the big three, but he doesn't have NBA support, which he should. He really should be getting NBA support during the offseason.
Yeah.
Because there's no
I mean, there were
basketball.
other leagues before, man. It's not like they weren't other leagues.
I mean,
Baseball,
nobody cares about summer
basketball,
league.
football. They all hockey. They all had their own Negro leagues.
Yeah.
So it's nothing new.
But I feel like the NBA is so instrumental to
Of course, man.
NBA that one can't survive without the other.
I'm just being facetious, man. At the end of the day, what's more important? But people should still get paid.
These are facts. No, I completely agree with you. I completely agree with you. And we got a comment that just said, it's not about the players, it's about the owners. And that's something that I agree with.
Yeah, they still want to make their money.
Of course.
You know how much revenue they losing?
A lot.
And the biggest thing is not just the actual owners. It's all of the advertisers. It's everybody that's losing money. So like, it's not just like we might think, oh, it's just the owners. No, I know for a fact that I work with some people now who work for the NBA, and they don't even work for the NBA. They work for the broadcast networks. They're not broadcasting. You know what I'm saying? All those trucks, all those anchors, all those, everybody's impacted by this.
So you all for going back to work so people can make their money.
Well, I'm a social worker, so I don't count. I get to bow out. We don't make no money to begin with, so
I feel you. I
you
feel
know what
you.
I'm saying? Us common folks, as they call us, and you know us, you know, our everyday working, just trying to make it. We're struggling,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
making the best of it.
yeah. That's the reality, yeah. That's the reality, yeah.
But
And
yeah, would it be nice? Would it be nice to watch some basketball? Would it be nice to watch some football? Oh man, I'll even watch baseball. I'm so ready.
you can watch baseball. You know I'm ready. You know I've been wanting to see these boys play. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I pay attention to my Yankees 100%. I mean, but we'll see what happens, yo. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. And it's a perfect segue because the title of today's episode, What's Going On? We're just trying to get a general sense of what's going
mute
on
your
in the
mic,
world,
Cam.
a general sense of what's going on in the environment. You know what I mean? So I guess the first
You,
question
you
is,
can hear yourself now.
I did, I just needed him and he needed, with. But
Yeah.
I'm saying, what's going on, yo? Like, what do you think is going on in the world's current environment right now?
Yeah.
Like, is it even something that we can get a handle on, or is it just like everything seems to be spiraling the fuck out of control at the same time?
Need Cam. Go ahead, Cam.
We living in a living shit show. To be honest with you, that's the best way I can sum it up. It's that, and then plus everything is coming to, like, really coming to light, and now people have more resistance to it. Because beforehand, like, we would just see things and be in the moment, it's like, all right, cool, and then it'll just keep reoccurring, and we don't do shit about it. But now is we actually have a foot in resistance and make a change. So whereas the point is like, nah, we not just going back to the it just is what it is anymore.
Yeah, man. I think it's pulling out like just wild trauma for all of us, man. For all of us, the women in our lives, us, our family members that passed away. I think it's just bringing up a lot of trauma. Even for me at work, man, being a social worker, people think it's so easy, to be a social worker, but we deal with our value being checked as a black man, compared to others, we deal with the whole idea of the what's that movie that came out, The Blind Side type of thing, where
Oh,
people coming in to save our children and how we address them. I seen what it's been like in CPS and people of different races looking down and judging and pointing fingers. It's not easy. It's not easy to be in this field and to work in this field, um, especially with arrests. People get arrested all the time, and we work with them. We deal with them, and we deal with the mental health people that get arrested all the time and how traumatic that is, man. And people don't, sometimes it feels like nobody cares, man. So a lot of trauma is happening as a result. We're getting a lot of clients that are coming in talking about this. A lot of even therapists like who have experienced their own stuff. I remember one time me and you, Freak, we was in the car just driving down the street, right? Cop pulls us over. Freak don't want to say nothing, but
I remember that.
we didn't do nothing. But you pulling us over, and you talking about if I want to make it a problem, we can make it a problem.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that, yo. Yo, I completely forgot. All right, so that's perfect. I'm glad you brought that story up because the question I wanted to know is, like, have things really gotten better, or is it just that we live in an environment now where, like, I know, like, so I've been watching a lot of historical stuff. You know what I mean? Like I told y'all, I've been reading OD books. You know what I mean? Like trying to understand, like, if things are really gotten better, or are we just in the environment where it's morphed into something else? You know what I'm saying? So, like, I can imagine what some of our ancestors and the generations before us was going through driving. I can't imagine what that was like taking nighttime drives. You know what I mean? Like my mom, I just realized when my mom was so paranoid about me nighttime driving when I was younger. And it's not because she was concerned about me driving, but she literally told me last week, she was like, yo, like, if something happens between you and the cop and it happens at night, nobody wants to see it. Like, she literally told me that. So is it getting has it gotten, so this is a serious question. Has it gotten better? Or are we just in a position where we videotape everything now and we see it? And shit just really ain't changed. It just was like, it was happening some time ago, but you wouldn't find out about it in California until maybe months later. Whereas now, if it happens in California or if it pops off in France, if it pops off at 9:00 p.m. in France, at 4:00 p.m. on the East Coast, everything that went down. What y'all think?
You King got something to say.
Has it gotten any better? All right, so y'all remember back in wrestling with Sting? He came out like all from the rafters, and he took the face mask off and still had the face paint on.
Yes, sir.
That's what's going on.
Oh wow!
It's still the same old stuff, but it's just they disguise it better with systematic racism, systematic oppression, things of that nature. But beforehand, you could just be blatantly, out there racist for real. But now they can't do it because money and corporations is tied into what they got going on. So they can't outright be blatant, but they can still find a way to do it to you. So I think it's just honestly just a big cover up that's being shown right now. But my phone is running low and I don't want to die out, so I'm at the holler at y'all dudes later. One thing I do want to do is shout out a black business highlight. I want to shout out Lab Culture, Learn, Apply, and Build. The mission statement is at Lab Culture, we aspire to instill an endless cycle of boundless improvement by creating a culture that actively supports inclusion of all people. We pride ourselves on the pursuit of learning, the application of knowledge, and dedication of building fundamental principles. One time for Lab Culture, that's LAB_culture on Instagram.
Yes,
And then once again, shout out to y'all brothers.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm holler at y'all brothers later. Keep the torch running.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna check in. I'm gonna have my criticism on y'all.
All right, y'all.
Take your notes.
Right. Yes, sir. All right. So yeah, Chili, what you think, bro? Like,
man, man, nothing has changed at all, man. Nothing has changed. And the best example I could give you is this. It's 2020. If you go back to 2010, there was a documentary that came out. If you go back to even 5 years prior, if you go back to Sandra Bland, there was a documentary that came out. There's one that came out before then. If you go back to the Central Park Five, almost every 10 years, there are lists, there are stories, there are documentaries, and there's the same message. So literally, there's been almost the same message for over 100 years of oppression, of police violence against people of color, against immigrants. It's nothing has ever changed, bro. Nothing has changed. The only thing that possibly could be happening is we're being desensitized in terms of we're able to watch it happen now, and be okay to move on. Now we can actually see it happen. Before we didn't even see it happen. Now we can actually see it and still move on, still be able to start our day. You want some chicken? You want some eggs? With no problem. They working until it's so comfortable that guess what? People can start to get lynched in the middle of the day, and it's a suicide. Come on, we wouldn't still do that. There's no racism. That's the way he wanted to die.
Damn, bro.
Come on.
Man.
So man, ain't nothing changed. I often feel like I think there is no fear. White people are not afraid of us. They're not afraid of us. They like to pretend that they are, but they're not. They're afraid of feeling what they've made us feel.
Yeah.
That's what they're afraid of.
Yeah.
That if one thing changes, that their system of living changes. That's the fear.
Yeah.
It ain't us.
I heard, like I said, I've been watching a lot of documentaries, and I was watching this documentary on Amazon Prime called Emancipation Road, and one of the things that they pointed out was that slave masters always they weren't, like you said, they weren't afraid of the slaves. They were afraid of if the slaves would do to them what they did to the slaves.
That's it.
And that's why slavery was so brutal, because they did not want people to ever try that with them. And
but that's the thing. That's the thing. If a person, like, for example, in our communities, we spank our kids, right?
Yeah.
The one thing most Black people say when I get older, I ain't never gonna beat my kids like my parents beat me. And so the reality is that when you abuse people, people don't want to then turn around and abuse others.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing that they want to do is to protect others. And that's why Black people have been so docile. That's why Black people have been so calm. They know what it feels like to go through that. So no, we have no desire to put somebody else through that. We don't. So no, that wouldn't happen. We are turn up people, man. We learn how to make a good thing out of anything. That's the kind of people we are.
Yeah, yo. You ain't lying, bro. You is not lying.
That's the kind of people we are, man.
You're not lying.
It is only our people that I know of that can go into a situation like slavery and come out with food that people desire now. That music, style. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
You realize that even our style, right, was because on Sundays we got to wear our Sunday best. And we got to go out and be stylish. And now, because that same slavery style is the style that other people admire and want to rock. So come on, bro. Anybody out here to look to make no white people slaves no, we actually just want to get along. We've always just wanted to live in peace.
Yeah, yo.
And for peace, it'll be by any means necessary.
Yeah.
And you heard that.
Yeah. So doubling back to the story that you were telling earlier, because I completely forgot about it.
I bet you did, man.
Because I think part of especially as a Black man in this country, I think part of our defense mechanisms is erasing from our mind those types of experiences.
Yeah.
Because those experiences happen way too often. Like, I distinctly remember, I remember, as you said it, like, I remember us getting pulled over. And you telling, and I'm like, nah, this nigga is not pulling us over for nothing other than because he can. You know what I'm saying? This punk ass white boy is only doing that because he can. He's not doing it because you broke any law. He's wanted to, express himself. You know what I mean? And I remember you telling me, chill, it's not like that.
I hope you didn't slam your thing into
Oh, my finger? Oh, I smashed the weight.
Yeah.
I smashed the weight on my knuckle. So, that's what happened.
Can't hear you.
You can't hear me? You frozen, yo. Damn. The internet's not letting us be great. The ghost of Teddy Riley is in.
You that passionate, man?
Broadcast. The ghost of Teddy Riley is in this broadcast, and I'm not happy about it, yo. We're gonna see.
All right, I can hear you now.
You can hear me now?
Yeah.
Now what I was saying was, I was just saying that, Black men in general have a lot of those experiences. And now what's happening is a lot of those experiences are recorded. And a lot of people said back in 91 that when, Rodney King was assaulted by the police, that, it's going to be different now because we caught them on camera.
Right.
And we remember what happened. We caught them on camera, and all four of them got acquitted because they were scared for their lives.
Yeah.
So, my question is, what is it about this? What is it about these situations? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why is it that all these Black men have these experiences with the police, and why is it that it just seems like it takes the same form no matter who the person is, how much the generations have changed, it seems like we always have these types of situations. And especially
but if you would
be protecting and serving. Now, I know they're not. Now, before we get to the protect and serve, I know necessarily they wasn't initially planning to protect and serve us. You know what I mean? Like, let's be clear about that. Their origins are not specifically meant to serve and protect us. But why is it that there's this, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, with us, what were we doing? We didn't have no lick in the car.
We were doing nothing.
I don't remember what we were going to do, but we weren't going to do anything.
We were coming back from the gym.
Yes.
We just finished working out.
Yes.
And we caught the cop littering.
Because I peeped him before we pulled. Because we were going back to your house, and I peeped him. And I said, "Yo, this is gonna." Something in my spirit told me we was gonna go left. But yeah,
we saw him littering, and we was just like, okay, right, cool, right. Put the thumbs up, and he put the whoop, whoop, lights up.
So why do you think?
I remember you were upset with me because I was speaking up for myself, man.
I was upset with you, bros, because I just wanted to make it out that situation fine.
I understand. I trust me. I understand. Everybody was upset with me.
That's it.
But
it was like,
that's the reality of our lives, man.
No, that's the way I used to be. That's the way I used to be. You know what I mean? And I realized, like, worse things have happened to people who are doing less than I was.
Right. Exactly.
But anyway, yeah. Why do you think that this is like? I know you touched on it before, but like, why is it still such a systemic thing?
I told you, man. It's fear, but not fear of us. Fear of losing what you have. Like, there's just been so much information that continues to come out, right? First of all, go back to even stuff that's been invented and who got credit for those inventions and the things that were created. We didn't have access to it. Those patents weren't theirs. But yet your family is still continuing to live off of that patent that wasn't even yours to begin with. Mm-hmm. You can't give all that up. Because you have to remember, you're not just giving up just that. You're giving up your livelihood. You want to come live like us? You want to come live up in 4040 projects in the Queens? You want to come live up Gun Hill Road? No.
Yeah, you don't want to live that Edenwald life, yo.
But the reality is that if they were willing to, and we were all willing to just live together, none of this place would look like the way that it does. It wouldn't look like this. But because you want to separate us, that's what it's going to look like. You want to separate us and then still govern us as if it's equal. Or govern us even more stricter. You cannot have a black man in your home if you want to receive benefits. So you want to keep the families apart so that we can no longer continue to grow and build. You want to separate us in order for us to get any sort of assistance, right? That's how assistance works.
Yeah.
So anyway, we don't got to go there. It's 3:00, man. It's Sunday. I'm glad I remember it's Sunday.
We still got a few minutes.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I guess we have time for one more question before we close it out. Are you hopeful things can get better or not?
Nah. I mean, there's no reason for it to really get better.
So
we have not learned how to do that.
So you think optimism in the face of these circumstances is wasted? Is that what you think?
Yeah. And I'm the most optimistic person. I'm one of the most optimistic people in the world.
You are the most optimistic.
I'm a very, very optimistic person. But what it takes is some drastic things that we as human beings are so different in that way that we won't be able to come together and agree. I mean, listen, they sat around a table and fought and rebelled for freedom, having slaves serving them.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Having other human beings serving them. So no. It takes you have to be an extremist to be able to do that.
I mean,
so it would take that level of extremism again to switch it, and it would just be another master and another servant, bro.
So you're saying the cycle? You're saying the system is built in such a way that it will always revert to its natural order, which is there has to be a master and there has to be somebody in submission. I don't know. I don't
until something comes and I don't know if we follow that. We follow that process. Did you see that video on YouTube that I shared from my YouTube page? Not my YouTube, from Facebook, with the teacher telling the kids.
Nah, you have to
a classroom full of kids, white kids.
You have to send it to me. I ain't people.
Yeah, look, we'll check that out. But basically, it's a video, and the teacher is telling these third graders that kids with blue eyes are smarter. They are brighter. They make everything better. And kids without blue eyes, they're not as smart. They can't get things right. And the kids started to actually believe it and operate that way. Well, I don't have blue eyes, so I'm dumb. That's how easy it was to take these kids who had no issues, who saw no color, who saw no biases before, in one session with this teacher. She said that for 10, 15 minutes, and instantly these kids started to change. And then she went the next day and she turned it around. And she said, the kids with blue eyes are actually not that smart. They can't get these things right. They're not better than any of the other kids. And the other kids who don't have blue eyes are actually the better kids. They're smarter, they're brighter. And those kids now started to excel. And the other kids who were blue eyes, who were excelling the day before, started to tank. That's how easily we are to be shifted and molded by people, man. Easily influenced.
Yikes.
Sorry, drop that heavy bomb. No, but we're that easily influenced. So
listen, we say gemstones for your mental. They don't always mean that they're going to be gemstones.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's jewels. Some jewels in order to get something that shines, bro, you have to go through some work to get them. You know what I mean? And we above all else, like I said in the description, we are a podcast about many things, but we are first and foremost 3 Black millennial males.
That's right.
Like we cannot sit here and have a platform, no matter how small it is right now. It's going to get bigger, but we can't have a platform and not speak on these issues because these issues affect us. You know what I'm saying? Like before today, y'all didn't know that me and Philosopher had every Black man has these stories. Every Black person has these stories. Let me take that back. Every Black person has these stories where they were ostracized or accused of something simply by being Black. Not because they had any evidence, not because they saw you, not because they, something was going on, but because you were in a place where somebody was able to place their, as you said, their negative emotions, their fear, whatever the hell it is, even their idea of the fear of you, they were able to place that on you. And now you have to carry that burden. Nobody else got to. Now you have to wrestle with that guilt and wrestle with that burden yourself. You know what I mean? And I don't know if I'm optimistic. I gotta be honest with you. I don't know if I'm optimistic. But I am. What I am is I'm hopeful that those of the generation behind us, and I hope they hold on to it. They know how full of shit this system is, like how rigged this game is, and they use everything in them to rebel against it. Because I think we've tried and we're doing a much better job than the generation before us. But I think one thing we don't have that the generation before us had is stick-to-itiveness.
Well, I mean, a lot has happened over the time, man. A lot has happened.
It's true. This is true, and there's a lot. It's
athletes started getting paid. Artists started getting notoriety. The internet happened and opened us up to more cultures. A lot has happened, man.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Well, before we go, Philosopher, you have any gems of wisdom for us?
Man, I'm just happy to be here with you guys. Thanks for rocking with us, man, and supporting us. I know it's early. We're young, we're few, but rock with us. I promise you, we'll keep dropping those gems for your mental. I promise you, you're gonna have a good time with us. We're gonna grow. We're gonna build. I don't know how many more last night's guys there are left, but there are a few, and we're gonna rock with you guys till you don't want no more. Peace and love.
And remember, this is not just, we love all our fans, ladies. You know what I mean? People around the world, we appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all tuning in. Before we go, Kick Game Proper for me has always been about sneakers, or usually been about sneakers. But I'm going to start switching it up. Next week, I'll show you a pair of sneakers for Kick Game Proper, since we ain't going nowhere and I ain't wearing them. But today, what we're going to do is I'm going to kick a different game proper. I showed this earlier in the broadcast, but Under the Affluence by Tim Wise. It's a very good book. I'm reading it again. It basically speaks to how this country has shamed the poor and praised the rich, and how that's really affected the future of America. So it's on Amazon. I suggest you pick it up. And if you just want to get, it's a heavy read, but it's a read that's necessary for our communities, I would say. So I think it's something that y'all should, peep. And if enough of y'all peep it, get in the Instagram, get on the Twitter, let us know, and we can start a LNG book club. You know what I mean? But thank you for joining us once again. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You follow us on Instagram. You follow us on Twitter at TheLastNiceGuys, the Last Nice Guys, on Twitter and Instagram. And of course, as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe our YouTube page. Hit that like button, smash that like button. Let them know that you like this, and hit that bell so you will be getting all of our notifications. Appreciate y'all joining us today. We will be back next week, either at our regular time of 1 o'clock or again at 2 o'clock or 2 o'clock, whatever. But either way, pay attention to social media pages. You will know. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Peace and love. LNG, the Last Nice Guys. We out.